Good evening and welcome to the Psychic Call Show. I'm Aeson Knight, and of course with me today is my manager in operations, Techie Joe. How are you, darling?
I'm doing well. How are you this evening?
Yeah, getting there. Hello, Miss Brenda. How are you?
Hey, Brenda.
Well, June has arrived. Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Pride. It is that lovely time of year, and at least in our local area, it is an interesting one for when events are scheduled. At least they're not on the same day this year.
See, and I find that unfortunate.
You know, with one of the events, it would probably be a good thing if they were.
Right. All right, so let's just hop into this and go through it, and we'll talk about Pride at the same time. So this is the personal purse planner. I didn't do a lot in it last month. I got off the routine of setting up daily morning pages. I don't know if I'm going to use it this month other than just fill in the base appointments so that I know what days I can schedule stuff on. So I think that's about where I'm going with that. I'm not going to do a lot of I'm not going to do deco in this for right now. We'll see if we use it, to be honest. Now, I do have an appointment with Jesse tomorrow, and I've got to go and find a page because it went missing that had my measurements from the last time, so we can see where I'm at. So there's that. All right. So we'll put that back in the morning bag. We'll figure out if we're going to do that or not. I think I do want to do morning pages, but I've got another project I'm trying.
Yes.
What was it? It was last year I done 6 months for life, and it was very useful. Mm-hmm. And she's done it again. She launched it. It started June 1st. I'm behind, but we're there. Now this one I do want to deco. Yes. You grabbed the PDF too. It's a free one. I'll pop the link here in the chat here in a minute. Let me grab that. Copy link. If you're wondering about 6 months for life, it's by Sarah Cannon. She's the founder of the HB system, which has brought our business into focus. She's doing 6 months for life. This is more for personal growth and development. I got the starter pages out with which her pages are beautiful. I went through and took out a lot of it because I love her, but her colors are pink, and it just drives me up a wall. And our printer would have ate it like a horse. But you basically break down one main category that you want to do a lot of transformation in. I'm doing 3. Hello, Mr. Overachiever here. So I'm working on 3 different areas. So, we've got new diet. There's new goals. Part of the goals and habits I'm working on is getting my diet under control in the new system. Working on getting the house under control because I swear it runs away from me. It really does. In general. I never take the easy path. You know, she does the game board system, which I'll show you this one since I haven't filled it out. And what it is it's, you know, it's like moving in a game. What do you qualify next? What's your, you know, how do you get your next move, your next turn, your next level? Um, you know, and then following through, like breaking down the goals, where you're at, where you want to be, how you're going to get there, and then your monthly planner, which 80% scores it. So if you do 80% of your plan, you get that day. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to mark this. Thoughts?
Um, so well, I'm trying to follow. So 80%
Mm-hmm.
is what you have to accomplish. So on the calendar, you're going to be you're deciding how to mark down or show whether you got your 80% or not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Here's
Um,
an example. Like my first goal is my health, my diet, and my health. So if I go to the gym and I eat my breakfast and I eat my lunch and but I don't eat my dinner, but I eat my snack, then I still get that day. But if I do all of that, I get that day. But if I don't go to the gym and I don't eat breakfast, then I don't score that day.
okay. Hmm. I think you're going to have to color code it,
Mm-hmm.
which scores you got, if any.
Right.
So I think starting, because I think that would be the easiest way to see it and track it
Right.
across the month. Um, but you're going to have to mark it per day, and remember
Right.
to mark it per day. Um, so yeah, um, yeah, I think you basically just kind of would go through, pick three colors for the three areas.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you hit your 80%, mark it.
Right. Yeah. Um.
Or
So that's what's going on. Huh?
I mean, your other option is you could try stickering it. Uh,
Yeah. I'd have to get like I don't know gold stars or something.
well, not necessarily, because I mean, I know some of the sticker books have like some little dot stickers.
Right.
Is there enough of them that you could do 90 per month?
Probably not.
Basically, you get 80% in everything every day.
Yeah. But no, probably not. What she's doing is dot markers, and I've not been able to find dot markers anywhere.
Okay.
Like all these YouTubers have them, Walmart doesn't sell them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think those may be a special order. What about doing highlighter?
I'm thinking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could ink over so you know which goal it is.
Right.
Or you could mark every day with, like, you know, basically one, two, and three,
Mm-hmm.
and then highlighter over it.
Right.
Like, I got one, I got three, I got
Right.
one and two, but not three. I
Right.
got two and three, blah, blah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to do some decor because Lord knows I'm going to need at least something to look at other than a bunch of dots.
Yes, especially considering how much you hate dot grid. Which
I know.
I think by the end of the month, this could look like a dot grid.
It could. It could. Um, but this is kind of like the freedom to the system.
I mean, you could just ink in which goals you got that day.
Yeah.
It's a little less exciting, but
Yeah.
Like it's not as colorful. It's not as, but I think you won't have the dot grid malfunction.
Right.
Like the third has 1 and 2,
Mm-hmm.
and the fourth has 1, 2, 3, and the fifth has 3 and 1.
Right. Possibly. And I don't know. I'm still also trying to figure out. Okay, if I get 1 and 2, do I get the dot for that day? I mean, 1 and 2, but I don't get 3.
I think you have to take it by goal and count it as 80% of.
Right. Okay.
Like otherwise, like I think you're gonna have nothing on a lot of days.
Right.
As in, if you get 4 out of 5 meals, like 4 out of 5 health items,
Mm-hmm.
um, but you're not gonna give yourself the mark because you didn't hit 80% of all 3. Like you did nothing on 3, and you got halfway on 1.
Right.
I think you'd just end up with a bunch of empty days and feel like this just didn't work at all.
Right.
Yeah, Brenda's in the same boat. Individual dots, you can see which to advance goals on and which you still need to work on.
True. I think so. Um, you know, which one is the house and like maintaining the house. One is the health. One is working on relationships. So that'll be interesting. Um, so that's the first part of the system, and I think I'm just going to leave it with flowers because it's going to be very busy. Hopefully, with dots or stars. Which, if I could find gold, silver, and bronze stars, I think I'd be happy.
Possibly. Though I think just gold, silver, and bronze, you might have trouble keeping up with which one's which.
Right. So I could put like a key here of gold is like gold 1, silver is gold 2, bronze is gold 3.
Right. No, I get that part. I was meaning like you pull a 1 and a 3 and you put it on the
Mm-hmm.
fourth, and you
Right.
pull a 1 and 2 on the fifth, you might
Right.
have a tendency to look at it and count them wrong.
Right.
Those can be similar colors, like
Mm-hmm.
if you don't pay attention.
Right. And then like once this month is over, we'll sit down and see if I hit that 80% to get a reward. We got to figure out what the reward is. We haven't figured that out yet either. Like I said, guys, it's going to be a working planning.
Yeah. Hey, it'll be fun.
Yep, it will be. So this is what the week looks like currently. Got to get all these in. It has my personal care appointments. It has the house stuff in here. Minus building the 14-day rotational menu for my lunches, his dinners, if that's even makes sense to y'all. But I live night shift, he lives day shift. We share dinner. It's technically my lunch, it is his dinner. If y'all can follow that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your second meal of the day is my third meal.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has trouble following that on 2 different shifts.
Yeah. Like we were trying to share breakfast and lunch together. That don't work out really well anymore because I'm getting up a little bit later than I was.
You are, and then the meal that you're having, like you're having cereal for breakfast. I'm trying to figure out a lunch.
Yeah.
And I had gotten kind of used to, we were like doing a single cook, like the same
Right.
thing. So
Yeah.
doing 2 different things, it's kind of like, okay, so what are we really doing?
Right. So, no, I'm going to write down what we have That way we can see what we're eating, and hopefully in a month put it together.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Joe can be a hobbit and have second breakfast. No, Joe can.
Yeah, he doesn't like my cereal anyhow, so.
Yeah. I'm not really a cereal boy. Like
Yeah.
I'll do some Chex Mix,
Mm-hmm.
which is technically cereal, but
Yeah, but you want like nuts and other stuff in it, so.
yeah, I want Chex Mix.
Yeah.
I want all the things in Chex Mix, and it's like no. That doesn't even really work now.
Yeah.
I can't have Chex Mix. Wow, I hadn't really processed that.
You'll figure. Well, technically you can. It's just you have to watch which type of Chex Mix and then fill in the rest.
Yeah, I feel like there's not going to be a Chex Mix.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could straight buy the cereal and have that. I think. I
Right.
mean, it's rice based if it doesn't have any gluten in it.
Mm-hmm.
So the cereal alone would be fine, but you start adding in the little breadsticks and the pretzels and all the things. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, and the cheddar Chex Mix is good.
Sorry, guys. I'm going through here and looking for something that'll work to add to this. There's a lot of quotes and a lot of other things that I like. Let's pop that there. Oh, I kind of like that. But anyway, so this is going to be my tracking for the week to see if if I score in all three areas and mark off the things I do, because I don't know, I'm really bad about remembering if I ate breakfast or remembering when the last time we swept the floor.
It can be a struggle.
It can be because working remote in an alternate time zone than you're actually in can get very complicated. For those living this, have fun with it. Granted, you can't go to Walmart at 3 in the morning, but it's real easy to shop at 6.
It is. Ironically, is.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Like
be a time it'd be easy to shop, but it actually is. Like there's an influx of 5 PMers, and then they're gone by 6.
Yep. Okay. So that's kind of basic. It's going to be a lot of writing work, and this probably won't be too decorative, but enough to keep me interested. So you see this section over here, so scripting daily. That is this lovely worksheet that she put together. It's called scripting. It's the scripting planner. It's manifesting and attracting. And I find it really interesting that this covers a lot of what we've seen in other goal planners, manifestation planners, a lot of the same thing, except she includes a daily card, which it'll be cool to see how the daily card works out. And then writing a letter to yourself as if what you're working on has already happened, i.e., I've already hit 218 pounds or 205 pounds, and I've already got the house I want, and my life is as this has already happened. So it'll be interesting to see how this works in 6 months and where we get to by there. Daily affirmation. And what I like is it's already decorated. I don't have to look for stickers. It's already laid in there. So it's already pretty.
It is. It's a very nice page. I think the only thing I noticed with this planner when printing it is the instruction pages have weird margins.
They do.
Yeah, they're very small margins.
Right.
Like, I didn't catch that before I printed it, so I thought I'd warn others. You may want to print those independently.
Right. And I think next month we'll print these independently so that, I left room in case I want to do morning pages in this month, because then I can just put my morning page here. But if I don't end up doing morning pages and I just do the scripting, then next month we'll do front to back and be done with it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So this one's ready to go. Yay. 2 down.
Sweet.
Yes. All right. Moving into June, we are back in the big planner, full letter planner, steel. We're trying a different layout. We're trying some different things. Here's my May review that I haven't gotten done. I will get that done. This month, I'm blacked out 3 days this month. You'll notice it wasn't the first that I was blacked out, because we're going to go and do Lewisburg Pride. Why? Is because it's the closest one within the range of when Pride is supposed to be. Because traditionally, it's the third weekend of the month. Which, those doing on 15th and 16th, congrats, you kept tradition. But we can't do it then, so we'll do it here. Still got some tasks to pull down from the compound board to plan to do this month. And we're still writing out routines. We got to figure those out. They're with the additions of, like, because she didn't release this to June 1st. I need to incorporate it in my daily routine, so that's still there. Yay! We've come up with a schedule, and I've only got one change to make to it.
Okay.
Where is it? Friday, I need off the network by 2, and Friday evening, I got to stop at 5:30, not 6.
Okay. Just 1 second. So we're basically taking what we did last week.
Right.
And then we're making a couple of time modifications.
Right.
So let me get that pulled over, and then I can make the modifications and make sure that gets updated everywhere. Otherwise, bad things happen.
Yeah.
Because that goes out a few places.
It does. It does. The problem is I need to get ready for soaked. I can't do that and be on network.
Right. All right. So Friday, that 3 to 5:30 becomes what, 3 to 5? You said?
Yeah, it's 3 to 5:30, not 3 to 6.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we had.
Okay, because that's not what I have.
Okay, that's what I put out.
Okay, and then the 1 to 3 o'clock on Friday night, aka Saturday morning.
Okay.
Because I have Shake Your Booty at Sweet Dreams.
Okay, so that can't occur at all.
Friday night, I'm working from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock.
Is what that schedule is. Okay, because we also made a change, and I had that till 2:30.
Okay, cool. That works.
Okay, cool. I don't have to change anything.
Well, we ain't there yet. We're double checking. And then on Saturday night, it's 11 to 2:30.
Yeah, that's what I put out.
Awesome. Awesome. Great.
Because we talked through it on the show. You originally said 3, 3
Right.
and 6. And then you were like, no, that's not enough time. I need to shut down before then because I can't jump from one to the other. I need time to set up.
Right.
And so, yeah, we fixed it on mine and what we actually put out.
Right.
We just didn't fix it on yours in yours.
Right. And then bedtime is at 8 because I'm going to the gym in the mornings.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But no, this is going to be we're standardizing the schedule for multiple reasons. One, the networks really hate that I jump around. Two, um, I need some routine in my life.
Well, I think it helps clients as well, like a private client,
Right.
to know that you're going to be available,
Right.
like generally speaking, unless
Right.
something comes in. You're generally.
Right. Ah, I knew there was a page I ran out of glue on.
Oh, yeah.
So we got most of the book work done. I did add some pretty to it already because I decided these quote pages were nice to have in here, but they needed a backer, aka someplace I can drop post-it notes if I need to.
Ooh, pretties.
Yeah. So I still chose paper. Here's a change, and we didn't do this yet. We didn't do it this week. We were already getting it done for next month. This is a system that's different than task blocking because it breaks down the stuff a little bit better. And we'll hop over this week and show you where we're at. There's last week. More pretty paper. Yay, June. All right, I am out of the office on the 21st, 28th, and 29th. Because this is shot month.
I hate to be dumb, but what are we doing on the 21st? I thought it was the.
I get my injections.
Oh. That's right. Got it now. Sorry, my brain glitched. I was like, wait, we moved Psychic Saturday. But okay. I'm good now. My brain went somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get my injections. And it's like, nope, come home, put Aeson to bed. So technically, I won't be able to drive during Pride. So that'll be on you. Do what?
I said, I know. Poor bear.
Yeah. And I'm not going to be able to do the gym those 3 days. So I'm going to give myself a pass already for those 3 days. On the gym. Like, since I can't technically do them, I still get that percentage point, which I think is fair.
Yeah, you're medically exempt. That tracks.
Right.
You didn't not go because you didn't want to go because you didn't try to go.
Right. It's like, no, Doc said I can't go. A, he doesn't want to drive me. Because I ain't pulling him out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning to go sit in the car while I work out.
I mean, not that I wouldn't, but then the rest of that is, and what working out are you gonna do?
Exactly, because I can't lift.
Right.
Um, yeah, it's no lift. It's no bending and stretching. Well, that takes out half my workout. What am I going to do? Go lay on the massage bed?
Massage bed, tanning. Technically, you could do the treadmill, I think.
I don't know. We'd have to ask him about that. Because I'm not supposed to strain the muscle. And treadmill is one of those that works the full body.
It does. You don't think it does, but it does.
It does. That's why you get sore in weird spots.
Mm-hmm. It is a full body movement.
All right. Purple, purple. Been doing a lot of blue this past month, so I'm going to try to do purple on this planner.
June, the month of purple.
Yes. Okay. I think I'm going to pull the other book out. So, all right. So yes, we did move Psychic Sun Saturday to the 22nd because we'll be at Pride. The blend. Ta-da. See, these were the stickers he was talking about, these little dot stickers, but there's only like, there's not a lot of them anymore because I got rid of them when I cleaned my planner system out because I don't like them.
Yeah. Well, I knew that a lot of the sticker books had them, and I was like,
Right.
you don't use those.
No.
I mean, you could use those, but
Yeah.
you don't like them.
No. They're hard to put on and they fall off.
That seems fair.
I am starting to use those more.
Oh, the big pennant
Yeah.
or the big half oval.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call them. Half pills.
Yeah.
They look like pills.
They're banners.
Yeah.
All right. And we moved the energy overview to the night of the 27th, which is the Thursday. And the crystal for this month is amethyst.
Hey.
Okay. I think that's enough pretty. What I find myself doing a lot of times is popping this out and setting it to the side. And actually, it sits on the laptop a lot of times and so that I can just look at it. All right. So let's take a look at this week. This year is going to be amazing. Hopefully, it will be. A lot of people are changing planners right now because it's the academic year. So this is now the first page in my weekly worksheet. And it gives me a chance to look at everything. Where everyone is, what everyone's doing. That way it's a lot easier to see than cluttering up my weekly overview, but to see everyone else's overview.
Excuse me.
Friday is busy now. All right. And of course, we only have that schedule until the 7th because that scheduler is psychopathic. But here's a place where I can track calls. I got to track errands. I got to track the different things.
Nice.
Now this box here, if I wanted to, and I could track my daily totals, what deposits I'm expecting, what hours I'm working, but I already have the hours I'm working here. So that's pretty good. Let's just run over those real fast. Monday it's 11 to 6. Tuesday it's 3 to 6 and 11 to 6. Wednesday it's 11 to 6. Thursday it's 11 to 6 and 3 to 6. And then this is to 5:30. This is 11 to 3, and this is 11 to 6.
Okay, I think I have one incorrection.
Okay.
I had Thursday as 3 to 7.
Is it 3 to 7?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I had, well, because just double checking, I couldn't get there fast enough to keep up. So 10 to 6 on Monday.
No, 11 to 6.
Okay. So we didn't have the problem where we thought it was. All right, and then Tuesday is 2 to 6, and then midnight to 6.
3 to 6.
Okay. All right. And then Wednesday is 10 to 6.
11 to 6.
Okay. All right. Thursday is, you said, was 3 to 6.
Well, 3 to 7.
Okay, 3 to 7. And then I have 11 to 6.
Right.
Friday is 3 to 5:30 and 1 to 2:30.
Yeah.
Saturday is 3 to 6 and 11 to 2:30.
Right.
And then Sunday is 11 to 6.
Right.
Okay. So we had issues, just not where we thought they were.
Right. Let's count those new hours up, though.
Alrighty.
Because we want to hit 40. I'm too old to be doing 70.
70's a lot. Hold on, there we go. Got that. All right. So 11 to 6 is 7 hours. That is 7 hours. 3 to 6 is 3, and 12 to 6 is 6, so 9 hours. 11 to 6 is 7 hours. 3 to 7 is 4 hours, plus 7 hours. 11. All right, this is the fun one. So an hour and a half plus 2.5 hours is 4 hours. 3 to 6 is 3 hours, plus 3.5, so 6.5. And 11 to 6 is 7. All right. Screw it, I'm using a calculator. So 7 plus 9 plus 7 plus 11 plus 4 plus 6.5 plus 7 is 51.5 hours.
Cool.
Times 0.75 is 38.625.
So 38 blocks.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Now this is the space where I get to use bigger stickers because it just looks better.
Mhm.
There it is. So we're going to try this. If the network responds well in 90 days, we'll keep it. That'll be part of the fun, is figuring out, okay, did this work? Did this make the system happy? Or do we need to change it? And where can we change it? All right. Like that. Okay. All right. So I was filling this out. This is basically breaking in everything. I know it looks like a lot, but really, yes, it's double documenting, but this one gives me the focus on everybody. This is just my focus.
It's where you need to be and what you need to be.
Yes. And, where I have availability at. To do other things. All right, so let's go over this again. Where did I end up? Thursday, what am I working in the afternoon? 3 to 6?
3 to 7.
Okay. Okay. And then
11.
Friday?
Oh, Friday is
Mm-hmm.
3 to 5:30 in the afternoon.
Okay. Saturday?
Is 3 to 6 in the afternoon.
Okay. And then 11
to 2:30.
Yes, this makes my weekends a lot lighter, but that's okay. Because what was happening, and a lot of people don't understand this, was I was timing out.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, dinners except for Friday is at 7 this week. Friday it's at 8.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
That works.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, morning routine is 1 to 2, which I've thought about taking the 1 to 2 off and just including more times down below, because 1 to 2 is when I wake up. It's when I'm getting my stuff together. It's not literally when I'm in this planner, it's when I'm in the other planner. So we'll look at that next month to see if that's something we need to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Makes sense.
When's the new moon? Isn't that this week?
Sorry, I didn't quite hear you.
The new moon.
Oh. Yes, on the 6th is the new moon.
Okay.
Full moon on the 21st.
Yeah. That'll be an interesting one. Let's try this holographic. How's that look on camera? Okay. I was afraid it would be really glary.
No, worked pretty well. It may, as you like move around on the page, you're getting through it and things like that.
Yeah, this is the Stargazer one that came out with all the holographs, and I've not really used it. Like I bought it when it came out. Yes, I paid full price for it because I thought it was gorgeous, but it kind of just fits to do this week because we're starting off on a lot of things. So let's see what else is on our minds. Well, Chad Daybell did get the death penalty. We found that out yesterday. The jury came back, returned full death penalty. So they'll be having to figure out exactly how to do that because they're having an issue right now with the death penalty there because the only thing they have is lethal injection and firing squad. Well, the firing squad, they don't have a place to do it, and they recently tried to, after 40 years, finally do a lethal injection on a guy, and they couldn't get a vein.
Oh.
7 times they tried, and they couldn't get a vein. And I am like, really? Like, get me an EMT in there. He can shoot. They can get veins like nobody else. Alright. I'm going to put this box here to track some things. Alright. Do we have availability Wednesday at 8 o'clock?
8 p.m. on Wednesday?
Yes.
We'll check that with the master calendar. Well, depends.
Okay.
Wait, you said Wednesday at 8 p.m.?
Yeah.
Yes. We should be good.
Okay, cool. That's when we should have the barista chat.
Okay, on the 5th?
Yeah. So we'll add that in. All right, so it'll go from here into my daily pages. And I'll be honest, I've not really been heavily decorating these. I've just been filling them as we go. If I get time, I'm going to start putting some deco on them. So, and then this other page here is just for me to note, to make notes to myself about whatever's going on, what my balances are, when when notifications come in about deposits. This is mainly to keep me on task, but also to fill in like client appointments, which clients are starting to really like the advanced appointment availability. Like they're booking earlier. So, all right. So let's grab a deck and see what this week looks like. Okay. So first up, we're going to be dealing with the Six of Pentacles. This is you trying to balance yourself out. Look at the scales and how people are reaching up and signing things off balance, namely finances. Yes, in the traditional one, it has a man giving coins to beggars. This is understanding when you have enough and when you don't have enough, finding that give and take. Then you have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is in the middle of the month. It's a middle of the week, and it's talking about not seeing everything, not paying attention to things, not being on task of things. And then, our lesson or how we finish the week out is the Nine of Cups, which is hand me a beer. And it's called the bartender's friend. It's taking time to communicate with others. It's taking time to just decompress. Okay? My review of the week is you're going to have to deal with things you don't want to deal with, but remember to take time to recoup from it. Okay? Alrighty. Well, that's my planner for the month. Let's flip over and see what Joe's got going on.
So, of course, we were putting in all of his stuff that has to go out this week. And, yeah, so I did kind of, skipping through the weeks, which I have not filled in entirely yet. So, yeah, we've got the overview month, which I had mostly filled in. We've had some corrections and changes there because we've moved some things and added one big thing that caused those moves. And there were a couple of things that were not yet in the calendar. One actually was a scheduled appointment. Unfortunately, I had that lovely Apple moment. Where it went in as a just calendar item, so it was only showing on my phone, and I had to pop that back out. Google Calendar. And then we got dates and times for your Super Doc appointments. And we have had to add one more item. So, yeah. Which actually I haven't written that one in yet. So let me do that while I'm thinking about it. Though I need to get an exact time, though I think it'll be roughly this time. So, yeah. So, yeah, we've got to take Invisible for some lab work.
Okay. And then also with that, we have 2 Outer Circle classes that aren't scheduled to the 5th. And then we just added the barista meeting on Wednesday.
Yes.
Look how easy he is just to add stuff in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of things going.
The calendar is a lot lighter, though, than it has been because we're starting to put in things by habit.
Yeah, there's a fair number of things that are repetitive here. And it's not a heavy month in terms of travel. There's, I think, so far only, and we've got the 2 Super Doc trips. That makes the travel load a little heavier. But outside of that, I think there's only one other major travel appointment. And that's compared to like last week. There were 2 big trips in last week. So.
And yes, Brenda, a barista is going to be this Wednesday at 8 p.m. And that's where we sit down and we talk with our baristas. They make some channel decisions. We make some channel decisions and run them by them. Yes. All right. And you've gone with coffee again. I thought you got a new sticker book.
No, I haven't gotten it yet.
Okay.
Actually, this is a mixture. There's only one coffee sticker on this page. The
Mm-hmm.
rest of it is actually office.
Ah.
Yeah.
And then you brought in the event calendars for Lewisburg.
Hmm. I
Mm-hmm.
did. So we've got that there. So we can reference that. I think right now we're only looking at the one event, but there are some other things going on if we were to get time.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to take one of your Saturday escapes, I think there's like a movie night and an arts and crafts day.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Different things
so,
that would be cool. Yeah, we're going to be looking to get more involved with them.
mhm.
Um, they seem to be a little bit more on our rotation.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we'll see how the event goes.
Yes.
Because like we have one local event that we would love to be involved with.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm sure many people would.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it is limited to only residents of one city.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can come to their events, they're cool with that, but as for like having any kind of more involvement,
Mm-hmm.
they're very limited.
Right.
Um, and I don't want to say we hate the event. It's not
Right.
that. It's just not an event that we really felt the best about.
Right. Which, can we talk a minute about events? I'm really getting annoyed with people dropping events the week of the event.
Yeah, it would really help for everyone's planning,
Mm-hmm.
to put those dates out there.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that's sort of been an ongoing issue, because there are two,
Mm-hmm.
that we would usually. One is local, so it'd be easier to go to. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's fairly local, more local than say Lewisburg. And that's the event we are McLovin in.
Right.
Um, and the statewide event in Charleston.
Well, there's another
That's,
one. There's a bear club that I'd love for us to go to,
mhm.
but they dropped out their event like a week before it is, and it's like we're booked. I can't move
Well,
anything.
right. Well, with the other two events, there. I was going to more so say with annual events, you would especially hope that
Right.
you can get those dates out earlier so people can really plan to be there.
Right.
Especially when your event is like, say, on the first of the month.
Right.
Like that's a struggle for us.
Yeah. It
Like
is.
to walk into the month and then find out your event is on that day.
Right. I mean, because there's a lot of things that being an advisor allows you to freely move around. However, you got to know about it. You got to do some advanced planning, and it's like, please, 60 days in advance, let us know, that there's going to be a meeting, or keep the meeting on the same Thursday of every month.
Yeah, a little consistency and a little advance warning. But it
Yeah.
makes me wonder if for some people they're actually investing the effort to pre-plan,
Mm-hmm.
or if they're just kind of scrolling around going, "Oh, there's this weekend. We'll go do that."
Right. Right.
Or if there's that mindset that that's how people.
Right. And it's like, no, they aren't.
I mean, there's some, and there have been times we've seen events pop through where
Mm-hmm.
someone's talked about it that we didn't even know this was a thing until
Right.
someone else brought it up, and we've been like, "Oh, okay, well, we could hit that,"
Right.
you know. Um, that's a rare. It's going to hit the lightning strike of like we have availability,
Right.
before we can be like, "Yeah, we'll go check that out."
Yeah.
But I don't think that's where most of your attendees are going to be.
Right.
Like, I think you got to pre-plan some.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, I always expect it to be the third weekend of the month. Nope. We looked at one. I was like, okay, well, if we can't do this one, let's go here. They're in April.
Mm-hmm.
I am like, excuse me, aren't you out of cycle?
I know. Well, and it was kind of funny. We were talking about the one event, and it's far enough away that it would be a hotel stay
Mm-hmm.
and potentially consider renting a car. And you're like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, please tell me it's not till the end of the month because, we got to build up some to be able to make that happen. And I'm like, oh, well, you can put away like $20 a week and we could do everything you could ever imagine.
Uh-huh.
You're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's in April.
Yeah.
Like, you have like 40 some weeks until this one comes back around.
Which is something I'm thinking about doing. I'm looking into a thing that'll automatically do that for me.
Ooh,
Yeah.
very.
Yeah. Because there's a few things I want to go do. And it's like, well, if we put $5 back a week, we could do that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Brenda says, same. I find out about many things the same day or a couple days in advance max, or the news mentions it the next day.
Right.
Like, I would have gotten it. But, we've also noticed that even with like events, I know we're well advertised.
Right.
Because like Pagan Pride or Central West Virginia Pagan Pride, lack of precision there, Central West Virginia Pagan Pride. We've run into people that live there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are 5 minutes away. Do not know anything about the event until like somehow it comes up in conversation,
Mm-hmm.
like why we're here.
Right.
And they're like, really? I would have went. And it's like,
Right.
there's a Facebook page.
Right.
Like, like they put up flyers. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know that one year it was like, I know Quinn drove down and put up flyers.
Right.
And it's like, so how do we
Right.
get that out there?
Yeah, but it's like we're also having to train friends.
Mm-hmm.
But no, we don't do it that way. You have to give us forewarning.
Yeah. Like, well in advance. Well in advance. The more
Very
advanced.
much well in advance.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that's our month in June. Um, no, honey, we multicast. Brenda's actually was the first one to comment.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you are the first one on that channel.
Right.
Yeah. But
yeah. All right, so let's wrap this up. I will see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. for Modern Spiritual. I'm sorry, not Modern Spiritual. I said I've done that show for too long. For Metaphysical Today.
all righty, so Vanna will take it away with, of course, we want to thank our Patreon sponsors: Beverly Walker, Mika G, Kathy, Mary Winfield, Brenda, Joan Owens, Shannon C, Shannon D, Lady Gwendolyn, Charles Shaw, Tracy Van, Caitlin Bell, and Devin. If you'd like to learn more about us, the show, or how you too can become a Patreon sponsor and receive all the wonderful benefits our baristas receive, please visit us at PCSPnetwork.com.
Yes. And good night, y'all.
Good night.